Alrighty, welcome back. Another live stream. We're doing these weekdays around the same time, 3 p.m. Eastern. Do it for about an hour. Trying to help you best way possible. Ask for nothing. Just hit the like button, share it somewhere. Get your grandma, brother, sister, cat, dog, uncle. Anybody want to share it, try to grow the channel. If you're new to the channel, my name's Chase. I've been in crypto for about 7 years now, since 2017. I do this full time. Any questions you have throughout the chat, requests, get them in there. And I'm happy to cover it. So I'll start off on Bitcoin while we get a couple more people in, and then we'll get to requests. So the daily chart for Bitcoin obviously moved down if you've been sleeping under a rock today. We're at big time support here, 67K. This has been the flip level we've talked about in our Telegram group for a long time. And if we go down to 67K, look for support there. Range lows after breakout of range highs, resistance, flip to support. We're back here again, just like we were in late May, early June, and also even before that here. So now it's another test. The bulls remain in charge as long as Bitcoin does not close below 67K or the 50-day EMA, this green line right here. So 66.9, we can even go there. Now, if you haven't noticed, like the wick has already gone down today, even just a handful of hours ago, to 66K. So far, nice rebound and hold of this level. We got to wait for the close. So we have just under 5 hours here. If we close under here, it's not the end of the world. We're not going to 12K. Capo is safe on that one. But it would increase the odds of not only hitting our next kind of move lower, these previous range highs. You have the 100-day EMA down here around 64, but we'd likely get stuck down here for a while. Probably another several weeks to maybe even a month or two. That's a big level to lose on the daily chart at least. And I don't think we're going to go back down. I do think the lows are in still here at 58K. I don't think we're going back down that low. If you scroll way down here, you do have a 200-day EMA slowly rising. Give that probably till the end of June, it would probably be above that low. That'd be a good thing as well for another safety net. But let's just, we're doing these live streams every day, so let's not get too doom and gloom and look too far into the future, right? If it breaks below here today, we'll address it tomorrow. Until then, this is the line to hold, and you should be leaning with a bullish bias until we close under that. If you zoom out to the weekly, what's not to like here? We're still holding the EMA 8 after retesting our 21-week EMA. Absolutely par for the course. Normal bull run, nothing abnormal, no warning candles, no high wave liquidation events, no gravestone dojis. Looks good. 67K, all is normal. Why are your altcoins falling harder than Bitcoin? Hopefully you got this answer, or at least a shadow of a doubt. Bitcoin dominance is still at almost 56%, showing no real signs of stopping. Massive uptrend. The money's in Bitcoin. We're not going to see a spectacular alt season like we did last time. And what's spectacular, or maybe the time before that, I should say, like this back in 2017. Now, there weren't very many alts back in here as well, so everything was spectacular. Huge moves, right? Ethereum like $100 to multi-thousands, right? And then we got, our last alt season was here, where we went down from 72% dominance all the way to really a pretty quick low inside, 4 or 5 months, down to 39%. That's pretty big move. Over 30% to the downside. I doubt we'll see that again. So even if we go up a little higher, right, our really next logical resistance is 58%. It's the underside retest of that. When will we get an alt season? When we have a downtrend, right? We're looking for something like that, ideally, to kick us off. And then our alts will start to flourish again. And more big than we've ever seen. At least, if you're in newer coins this cycle, that's when they'll really go. Some of our coins have gone up 10x or plus as Bitcoin dominance is trending up. What do you think those coins are going to do when Bitcoin dominance goes down? Now, I don't think we're going to get a 30% downwards move again, but let's pretend we top at 58% and then start our downwards move. Maybe a double bottom, that's 30%, but I would guess a higher number, higher low. Because ETF, because there's just more money in Bitcoin now than there has ever been in previous years. And I don't think that money's going to be leaving quite as quickly as it did last alt season or, God forbid, 2017, right? All right. So do we have anybody here? No. So I'll just keep talking to myself and the wall. Yeah, bear market. Okay. Let's shake everyone out. These times are designed. I mean, if you weren't here last cycle, or if you were here, right? There's a lot of volatility after like little uptrends to really shake you out, and the narratives can shift on a dime. And now doubt can start to creep in if you watch too much social media and follow the wrong people. Like, you can really get off track here, right? Do not get shaken out here. These are times to be, buying. Dollar cost averaging on, 5-10% red days is like generally the best way to do it. So if you're fearful during these times, you either have too much invested in the market. We've all been guilty of that at one point or another. Or you're over leveraged, which hopefully you're not using leverage trading by, too much, or at all, right? Unless you have years of experience, I'd recommend just holding spot and just, buckle down until euphoria hits, which we haven't even sniffed at that yet, right? I don't think majority of retail is even back yet. They'll be coming, maybe after 80K or so. I would think that would be a pretty big jolt to most people's systems that haven't been paying attention yet. We got some memes up a little bit today. Other than that, pretty, I want to say quiet, because we are seeing some red, but it's, rather uneventful, boring. Most people just kind of open their phones, see red, and then go away for that day. There's a gnat in here, so if I keep swatting at myself or smack my face, could be me when I'm crazy, but most likely it's the bug. Damn it. Where's my cat when I need him? He just starts live streams for no reason, but when there's ants and bugs flying around, he's overeaten. All right. What else we got? Altcoin market still looks good. There's the total 3. And we're on the monthly chart here, right? This is monthlies. So look how many range for the past 3 months we've been lower than we are now. Yet I feel like most people are more fearful now than we have been in literally months. There's the monthly chart. Still looks good. Here's our 2021 top. We have 75% just to get there, and then we'll be in price discovery for altcoins market wide. That's when good times will start for sure. That'll be good. But look at this. Look at the weekly. Altcoins right now on the weekly are still just testing the 21-week EMA. Haven't closed below it. Tested back here in April, and again back there in early April. Two tests in April, and I feel like sentiment is more fearful now than there. And look how much higher in price we are. Nothing to, there's really no cause for it. At least it's not in the charts, right? All right. Thanks for joining, Coleman. I was wondering if you were going to make it today. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. All 8 of you. We have 8 comments and 8 people here. So this could be a relatively short live stream. Maybe we won't do live streams on days that are kind of like this because no one watches. Or we'll keep them at least shorter, right? Hello, everyone. Ochos Locos. The Crazy Eights? Go with that. That's a good name. Crazy 88s. Anybody know what movie that's from? Top of your head? Yeah. So good point, Ninja. So we have, if you didn't know that, I mean, let's just go look at that. So FOMC talks tomorrow. We got our charts up here. You can go keep this up on, anywhere in the interwebs. But I like Forex Factory. It's free. You can go on their calendar, and then you just keep on top of all the important events. So tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. These are all in Eastern time. You got CPIs, right? And then we have FOMC, right? Are we going to raise or lower interest rate or keep them the same? It's probably going to be the same. That's right there at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So be there, or at least look at the charts. You're probably going to see some volatility tomorrow based on that. Very low odds of a cut. If we do get a cut, I would expect some rocket ships to the upside. I don't think that's likely. Very, very unlikely, but maybe in the next couple of months. 2 or 3 times. Between now and fall time, maybe we get 1 or 2. But just act accordingly. If something's not expected, that's when the most volatility happens. Tether dominance, still in a bear market, right? We need this to go down, right? We don't want people in stables. We want people risk on. So this is in a bear market for the first time in history, right? Look at Tether dominance, right? It's just been climbing. But look at this. First time ever. It's under the 200 week. It's underneath really almost all moving averages up until a few hours ago. Bouncing a downtrend. Now we're hopefully resuming this downtrend, right? Just down, bounce, rejection, and go lower, right? Look at the timing, July, August, right? When we're down here, Bitcoin's very likely above 80K, new all-time highs. Altcoins are probably doing pretty good as well. Just take some time. This is just kind of our summer lull. Greece. Nice. Welcome. All right, Bitcoin. I'll get to some requests here. Bitcoin on the 5-day Gaussian channel, I presume. Let's do that. There's the 5-day. There's the Gaussian channel. 5-day and the weekly looks usually pretty similar. But the Gaussian channel and the 5-day, I mean, we're still 63% above the Gaussian channel, which is nothing, really. I mean, look at last cycle. All previous cycles. I mean, from our peak here, last cycle, at least our first initial peak, we were like almost 300% above the Gaussian channel. We're still over 50% above it at our second peak. So, still think we have a ways to go. I mean, it gets less each time, but I mean, 300% to 60% doesn't seem like we've really seen the peak yet. We're still just consolidating above previous range highs. This is very bullish. Gaussian channel still way down there, so good request. TrueFi. Still green so far, but let's go look. I don't know if we've updated that since you asked last time. Let's see. Absolutely. Right, look at that. It's still at, range highs. Gaussian channel's green. Get that off. Bollinger Band's still above the upper Bollinger Band almost. Just as of yesterday we were. What else? Absolutely still green. Surprise. Look where we held the line at. Right? Previous bear market highs. And a lot of coins did this. So we're still there. Consolidation between, 15 cents to 20 cents. Or 25 cents, I should say. Very bullish. As long as you don't go back down below the 21 week, I would put kind of across the line at 13 cents, at least this week. That's rising. Once we break 25 cents, I would expect much bigger, more bigly things. All right, Super. Let's see if Super is still. Not looking especially super. We've broken down below the 21-week EMA as of last week's close, and now this week we're testing the EMA 34. We are still in this zone. But we're not above all moving averages, and once you kind of break below and close below the 21-week, you kind of are immediately in the orange. So I think we're going to do a downgrade here. Right, this is caution time. All right, so we can get back to green. We just got to get back above, I would say, $1. We get back above $1, we're back to green. But until then, like, you run the risk of just staying a little trapped in this zone for a while. So if we bounce, like these big ass bounces that this one does, might not get that big of bounce unless we're back above this level, right? I mean, look at the bounces. Let's stretch this out. Like, you're above the majority of moving average, but key is the 21-week. Right? You like ran right into it, and then massive bounce, 200% move, 3x in 1 week. Where can we get that again? Yes, please. But those moves are not likely when you're under the 21 week. So even if like crypto turns around tomorrow, this one, by definition, and as you know, for my 7 years of experience, these tend to be the little bit lagging behind. Best case. So downgraded to orange until now. We're at the orange moving average. That's when you go to orange. 82 cents needs to hold there. That's where we held back in April. Needs to hold here now in June. Quest for Prime. Similar vibes here, right? Nice uptrend. But as of late, just the past, month or so, closed below the 21 week. There was your warning. The slip on the ice, so to speak. Got to bounce up. Still looked okay here. Then, three in a row, really, this week. We'll see if we can close back up here. Ideally, look at the range lows. You got to kind of hold this level. That seems to be pretty key for Prime here. So 1350. Maybe we can get a bounce back up to that way. We're going to do this orange for now. We're at the orange. Range lows. This closed at 1250. We're currently at 1272. Got to hold that, or we definitely start to let in the bears a little bit bigger here. Our next level below that be kind of these range highs here, around $10 mark. To the upside, how could we turn this back green? 1650 or so. Just get back above all moving averages. Take out these lows here. All right. Good question. I bought a bag of Ethereum in 2019. I recommend selling now and buying other smaller altcoins. So selling now to cash? Hell no. Flipping your ETH to other coins. I would say maybe if it's a green chart, you can take your pick. I mean, I think we have like 69 green coins right now. They're not all coins because they do have market caps in there, but something like that, a strong chart. Just make sure they're strong charts. Or even better, wait for this. All right, and this will be good. Go to make an alt Ethereum chart and which coins are gaining against ETH. I'd probably go in those. If you're going from ETH to something else, wouldn't it make sense to go in? Now, the downfall is that not all coins have charts that pair against ETH, but the ones that do, Solana tends to do very well against ETH. Obviously, the best time to flip to ETH to Solana was way back here. A year ago, you would have been doing very well, changing your ETH over there. But at support levels, look at here, right? That would have been a good spot, right? The 21 week. This kind of tends to be a decent spot right here. So we drag this zone out where we painted probably last time we talked about this. We're there now, but now you see how we closed under the 21 week. We're still with these range highs, so it's kind of got a bounce here. I'd say maybe if we get the bounce and close back above this 4,400 mark, maybe some of your ETH over to Solana there. Otherwise, we may move down more and maybe get Solana maybe starts to get stuck against ETH. What's another option? Go look at Fetch. Again, was great. Not so much as of late in the past couple of weeks. So let's keep looking here. Not great there either. I'm guessing none of these are looking great against Ether at this point. Link. No. So the best ones really was Solana. That looks at a kind of a pivotal point. If we break that, we might see a tap of the 786 to the 34-week EMA. So that could be a little bit more to fall. Solana is really the only green chart that I have. Maybe there's more pairings out now. I'm happy to look at other pairings, but I don't think there's a whole lot out there. That's my general advice. If you're not going to get into stable coins, which I don't really recommend selling anything at this point. I would pick something on this, one of the strongest coins here, if you want to get out of ETH. Now, I think ETH will still roughly 3x from this point. Most of these coins will do more than 3x, in my opinion. So which ones? Like, who knows? Who knows what's going to be the best? Right? I know I have my picks. My biggest holding is Render this cycle. So let's just go look at Render. Render's at the 21 week right now, where it last held the line the last 3 times they hit it. So that's a pretty good spot. Injective was the strongest coin in all of 2023 and all of crypto. You take it out and put it in NVIDIA. That was a joke. Don't do that. Meme coins, I mean, I don't know. Like, it's just going to have to weigh your risk. But if you're looking to dollar cost average out of Bitcoin or Ethereum, make sure it's a stronger chart that you're more confident in. You've done your research. This chart must look strong. I can't stress that enough. Do not sell blue chips like Bitcoin and Ethereum and go into some dinosaur that is on this red list or something that just doesn't look good. All of these coins have terrible looking charts. The fundamentals could be there all you want. And maybe one of them does do well and they get to an orange or a green. They flip it around, but that's not the likeliness, and that's why we're rating these charts like this. I generally do not recommend look at ETH BTC right here, red chart. So definitely don't throw your ETH over to Bitcoin, at least for now, or any of these, really. Hopefully that helps. Good side tangent. You're welcome, sir. Good name. Name of the day, Pringles Primo. That should be a flavor, right? I gotta scroll up. Look, was there any requests I missed? Chainlink. Let's go look at Link. $15. We're at, last Link video. I think we talked about this yesterday too on the stream. Like, we're in danger here of getting stuck back below resistance zone. Right, that's here. Look how long we lasted here. Right, from November, early November, all the way to, you're almost like 3 months of consolidation. And now we're back under that same damn level, which we don't like. We need to close this week back above 16, or we, per the chart, not my opinion. This chart just looks like it could do this again, right? This is the danger of breaking your 21 week. That's where you start to lose bullish momentum on anything you're looking at. So if we close under here, that's just the odds. Now, are the lows in? Quite possibly. Could we range down to 14, back to 16, 14, 16 for another 2 or 3 months? Maybe. All right. So Link's a little bit stuck here. I think we, depending on the close, the weekly close, I think we probably downgrade this to orange yet again. It went from orange back to green. Now it's back to more cautious, but let's wait for the close because the last 2 closes did close above the 21 week. So we'll check this again on like Thursday, see how that's working out. But certainly got some work to do. First, last. If you're not first, you're last. Requests Kaspa. Ricky Bobby requests Kaspa. Let's go do it. All right. Looks good here. Right. I'd like to get a little bit higher, but kind of double top-esque. But guess what? Not a double top here. This would only... Where would this confirm as a double top? Quiz time. Pop quiz, hotshot. There's a Bob on a bus. Nobody's got that one, right? Where would this double top confirm? If it was a double top, it wouldn't confirm until we closed a weekly candle under 10 cents. This close. It'd have to close under here. That's where a double top confirms after the low is taken out. A lot of people get that wrong, and you see like prices coming down like, oh, double top. No, it's just a retest of range highs. That's bullish. Okay, so we're just retesting range highs. Still good. Above the EMA 8. Still great. Still green for sure, right? I mean, you wouldn't risk turning orange until you close under 13 cents, which is still like a 20% downwards move. Looks pretty good to me. And from the top, that would be over 30%. So I like it. As long as you're above the 21 week, you're leaning bullish. Retest of range highs. Higher low from back here, right? All good signs here. Consolidation. You could really chalk this up. What I would do is, just for my 7 years experience in crypto, that's just bullish sideways consolidation before your next breakout. And where is the trend? Consolidation often continues the trend. What's the trend? Yeah, you can ask your dog. You can probably get this one, right? All right. So much higher after this. Looks good. Strong uptrend. Caspa's looking great. Big time. Someone needs to make a small time. Let's see. I guess not on many exchanges, huh? We'll look at it here. And this is contracts, so might be a little bit different based on per exchange, but not looking so hot here. But it's a newer coin, at least on this exchange. Let's go back and look. I think I was tracking this one too at one point. No more history there. All right. So yeah, not looking so bueno. Lower high. Now this one you could really argue like a double top here. Because we did come down and we've like closed right on this. At least the test of the range lows. It's like a well-defined level here. So guess what? If we lose this, we have no more chart to chart, right? There's who knows where the bottom will be here. All right, daily chart underneath all moving averages, your 200-day. You're still under 86% under your 200-day. That is really where we lost our ground here. Right there is our swing lows. That's what happens when you lose big support. I mean, big support from January till April. So 4 months of support equals this. Now you're at your next support level. Got to hold here. Big time. Maybe headed for the small time. Maybe we don't need a new coin. Let's look at the Gaussian. Now we're creeping under the median Gaussian line. That's even worse. On the weekly. You really don't want to close any candles in a weekly Gaussian channel in a bull run. 5 days, probably more deep. Now he's in the bottom. Yeah, maybe you can hope for a wick off of like 13 cents here. Daily chart's probably red. And I mean, it's trying to round out here, but this is a pretty big level here. Big time level. Pun intended. All right, so we're going red chart on that one. Let's see, what else? Magic. All right, was an orange chart last time we looked at it. Let's see where it's at now. Weekly, probably a red now. Lower part of the Gaussian channel on the weekly, rejected off of the move that it tried to make, which is probably the last time we tried to make this. We were trying to close back above and maybe even flip this green. Above $1, it was green. And like went straight to red. It went right through the damn stoplight. No caution, just right to red. Damn. 5-day Gaussian. Been trapped under here, right? You look at rejection off the median line. Sorry for the lag in the stream. Getting an error code from YouTube. Hopefully it looks okay. There's the 5-day. Let's zoom in a little bit more to the 3-day. Now you're underneath the Gaussian channel. Moving averages are moving down. You couldn't even make it to the median line there. The daily's probably real bad. We're back again. This looks just like the coin we just covered, really. Like you're at like crucial support here. Are we gonna hold this, or are we in free fall mode? So not a great one looking here as well. Let's look at the monthly. But I guess I might give this a little bit more benefit of the doubt because it's relatively new. If this is accurate, if it doesn't have more history, only you would probably know better than me. Because it's a newer coin, I would cut some slack. A lot of new coins are just kind of victim of being newborns in this cycle, so to speak. They're still trying to learn what the hell's going on. It's still red, but it's like I would still give it more of a chance than, let's say, like I don't know, XRP or Litecoin or Matic. If that helps you at all, if that's a silver lining. Why didn't it gold lining? Silver lining, is that just like it's not quite as good as it could be? Shouldn't a silver lining be the gold lining or platinum lining? Wouldn't that be the better phrase? Silver lining is supposed to be the positive. Wouldn't you want the most positive or the third best positive? All right. So Magic, I'll leave it at orange. It's hard, but it can't. We got to downgrade to red. It's underneath everything here. I would say if we close back above 86 cents, then we can get back to orange. Let me do this as a reminder. Let's paint this orange so next time we look at it, are we back above it? All right. Red for now. Magic degraded. That's our second degrade. A lot of coins getting hit off of this drop over the past couple weeks here. All right, let's look at next request. AIOZ. I think this is a good one, right? If I remember. All right, weekly. Do we see any differences, folks, from that chart to this chart? Yes, I hope it's pretty easy to spot this difference. I think, was this the one that was, yeah, like one of the best performers this cycle so far? Up 100x? Holy shit. That is batshit crazy. From a penny to $1 inside of a year is remarkable. Kudos if you got in this one anytime before, last Christmas. I mean, geez, even down here, still pretty great. Still over 10x. Wow. Now, having said that, keep in mind, this has already done 100x. I don't know how much more it can do, but maybe another one. Not another 100x, but maybe another 10x. Could it get to like $6? Possibly. Yeah, I mean, that'd be another 10x, right? I'd get those up there. Let's look at a fib here. Right, this is definitely an A chart, right? We're still above the 21 week. Fib extension at 350 is 618. I mean, keep in mind, like, what the gain would be from the bottom to that. You're looking at, what, 33,000% move from a penny. That is very impressive if it could do that. Now, if you're not satisfied with that, I don't know what's gonna help you. This is probably still gonna be one of the top performers of this cycle. I would highly doubt that this is not gonna go higher. But that's still what, 6x away, 3x. Yeah, 6x away, still there. I don't know why I said 3x, but math is hard. Swing lows. We're back to swing lows. No difference here, right? 21 week. I would like to hold this, right? To just, there's nothing else below us here, right? You got your high wick over here, 38 cents. 50 week wait. I mean, it's way down here. There's nothing else to go off of. Now we could do a fib retrace. Let's try that real quick, just because this is, one of the best charts. Let's spend a little bit extra time on it. Right. So, well, let's get it more accurate there, bud. So we're looking at the 236, and it's kind of right in line with the high. Right. These are very similar levels here from our lows to our current highs. 36 cents. I know that's probably not what you want to hear, but if you break this moving average, you just don't have nothing else because of that batshit crazy 170% candle right there. So when you don't have support, you have nothing to go on if it's not fib or moving average. I mean, what are you going off? Unicorns and dreams? Like, you got to pick something. What a move, though. Spectacular. This really should be in a class of its own. Once it gets back to all-time highs, we'll just paint this one like hot pink or neon purple or something, just to like A++. All right, we got a long-winded question. Let's look. Okay, we'll do 0x0 in a minute. If you were just jumping in, what would be the 5 coins you would jump in right now where we sit? Obviously, we will rotate later for a long-term in Bitcoin, but right now, for the run that will be coming. Okay, so similar things to what I said earlier. I would pick 5 green charts for sure. So something off of this list, obviously. And what do you know? Our next request is right here. So we can start here. Something newer, right? Go on CoinMarketCap. Do some research on something in the, maybe not top 10, but anything outside of the top 10 certainly could still do a 10x plus, right? And then from like number 11 to 100, pick 5 or maybe pick 25 out of that list, and then go see like how their charts look, and then get into the ones you believe in most, the strongest looking charts. Certainly you want to have some newer ones in there. This is included in that. It's under the 21 week though, so almost worth a downgrade here. We held the line back here. We've now closed really our third consecutive weekly close under the 21 week. So sadly, whoops, OXO is already gone. Now we have 68. We'll get it back. But go through the charts. Now, like we just looked at with this one, like, do you necessarily want to go in this one? Maybe not, because it's already done the 100x. To think it's going to do another 25, 30x potential is probably not likely. So keep the brakes on that. However, it did move really hard, so thinking it's not going to do at least 3 to 5x is also about just as insane. So I think this is a pretty solid bet that it's going to make it pretty higher than Bitcoin ROI, right? I don't think Bitcoin's going to 5 or 6x from here, right? I doubt it. I know a lot of people calling for 2 or 3, 500, whatever. Robert Kiyosaki says next month Bitcoin's going to be at 350K. I don't know how you have that many people watching you and you just make stupid claims like that. But okay. What was one other one we looked at? Casper? I think that would look good. I mean, any of these, right? If you just go look on your CoinMarketCap, you spend an hour figuring out which coins you like, have the potential. You can go to CoinMarketCap, like, let's do this together. Like, here's Star Atlas. So it's like, first of all, you want to find what it's ranked. This is number 604, so not likely you're just gonna spend all day looking at this. I would say you want to have maybe some outside the top 100, but 3 out of your 5, if you're going to pick 5 coins, I would say 3 out of your 5 better be in the top 100. Maybe you have a couple wild bets like this. And then also you can go to About, read this, at least the first paragraph of whatever coin you're going to get into. What is the current market cap? What's the circulating supply? What's the total supply? Now keep in mind, like, you don't necessarily want to see this. So there's only 16 billion in circulation now, with a potential release of total supply of 36 billion, right? So they could put a lot more into circulation. Keep that in mind. Generally speaking, and there's always exceptions to the rule, you want these pretty close to each other, just from my experience. All right, so that's just a short, quick snippet on what to do, but I mean, just go to cryptocurrencies. You can go to ranking. You can short by anything here. You can go by categories if you want just AI coins or just gaming coins or just DeFi coins, you can do all that. And then they go by rank as well. This is what you should be doing at least to get into anything. So top 10. Now I think a lot of these will move out of the top 10 this cycle. Which ones? I'm glad you asked. I think XRP is going to hit the bucket. It'll be out of the top 10. I think Doge will probably go out of the top 10. Cardano's definitely going to be out of the top 10 probably in an hour from now. Avalanche will probably move down. Tron's moving down. Like let's put that in perspective. I think Near will probably move up. Matic fucking out of the top 30. Matic hasn't moved. Matic took money from you this entire cycle. Litecoin's going down. So like generally you don't want to be getting in those. Pepe probably going to move up. I think that'll probably still do relatively well. There's Kaspa creeping up the board. I wouldn't be surprised if that's knocking on the door of like top 10, 15 at the end of the cycle. Aptos, I think, will move up. Render. Bruh. Next stream, got a surprise. We're gonna do some Render. Render's my favorite coin this cycle, just throwing that out. Yes, I own a shit ton of it. So I'm a little bit biased, but I could pick anything I wanted. I picked that one. I think that'll be top 10. Wild bet on that. I wouldn't be surprised if it's knocking on the door of 100 mark, right? And that's, you know, even if it 10x's, it gets to $83. That's still only 30 billion market cap. So where does that put it? As of now, all these will obviously increase, but that still just barely cracks it in the top 10. So potential there, but just go down your list. Make some notes. Like, I still do this shit. Like, write it down. Like, whole entire notebooks of just randomly written down coins that I like. Go back through, have check marks. There's big time. I told you I had that. And then I just go back through and mark X or check mark, read more into it. I start kind of narrowing it down, just like a coach would do recruiting. Where are my good players? Let's at least look at the people that aren't idiots and make a list of them, and then we can get through and we can start cutting people, right? Making cuts. That's the best. That's the way I've always done it. Done pretty well. And that's what I do every cycle. I go through and I rate 100 coins, and then I go back through and whittle them down, more them out. And, you know, my favorite out of all of those that I found is Render. So that's my opinion. Obviously, I could be way off on that. But that's generally what I would do if I was going to get into new top 5 coins. I'd spend hours on CoinMarketCap going through, doing some research, at the very least. All right. Sorry to go off on that tangent. Hopefully that helps somebody. Rune, I gotta remember to add OXO back. Yeah, I see I get into trouble when I get onto my list, because then I have to go back over here. Let's add it back. Here it is. All right, now we can change it to orange. All right. Next, Rune. I think we have that on here. Green chart. Let's see if it stayed green. A lot of them are kind of battling here. Look at the weekly Gaussian battling the top here. Range lows, 50-week test. Testing again. Need to bounce soon. Really, our second we just closed with authority under the first 21-week EMA, right? The first candle here. Working on another one. Need to get a good bounce. We can be back to green above 586, but for now, again, I could probably downgrade a lot of these green charts to orange at this point. It's probably going to be hard to maintain your green status after these past few days. Coty on here as well. Similar vibes. Look at how much it really doesn't respect the 21 week very much, does it? But look at the EMA 34. So some coins do this. They like other moving averages for whatever reason more than others. But look at that EMA 34, the orange line. How well that just holds right there. And yet this week we're creeping below it, but we've done that pretty much only every other week. So we'll give it the benefit of the doubt, and hopefully it can close back above like 11.5 cents and just be, par for the course and continue to bounce. We closed last week. It's not a great looking candle last week. We're still under the 200 week as well. So I would go orange here. Caution time, but we tend to hold the line, at least over the past couple of months right here. If we close under 10 cents, that would be a red chart because we'd now be closing inside the weekly Gaussian channel. That would be a bad thing. So we need to get this going again. If we want to turn green, just close back above 15 cents. Good question. If we're in, where did it go? 0x0. Gotta be up here. Okay. There we go. Like sort it. And if you didn't know that, you can sort all your coins by least to greatest or percentage change. You just click that thing at the top there and it'll do it for you. I'm sure most of you knew that. All right. So would we get into render or like sell this now that it's a B chart? Not necessarily. Because it's still a strong chart. It's been in a whole uptrend. It's a whole life. That's kind of dangerous to play that game because, I mean, who's to say that this company doesn't get a contract with somebody and just do one of these again where render might get it. Render, it's a dangerous game. Now going from a green chart to a red chart, that's stupid, right? Don't do that. Going from a red chart to a green chart, good, right? Do that. But going interlace between green and orange or orange and orange, like that's a dangerous play. It could work out, but it's like you're almost flipping a coin there. So I can't really recommend doing that. Although, gun to your head, like it seems like might be the better play, but I don't know. Right? This is younger than render. It might do better. Right? I don't know. Per the charts, maybe, but I almost put it at a coin toss. So I would kind of exercise a little caution there. Maybe you do 10% or 20%. If you're kind of second guessing, did you sell all of one coin and go in all in the other? Maybe instead of doing all for one, you do half or a quarter of it. Maybe that'll kind of test the waters. I got arrows and letters. Acid, what are we talking about here? Oh, okay, I got it. He did what the proper thing is. Okay, we did the coin request, the exchange that he wants, and then did the thank you note and a smiley face. So kudos. All right. Wasn't used to the proper introduction there. KuCoin. Got it. All right, so we got an orange chart, and I don't know. I think this is probably green at this point. I don't know why I would put this really orange. Looks pretty great to me. Gaussian channel good, above the 21 week, pretty good. Maybe just because we've been battling the 8 week. I would have graded this as an orange. Maybe did it not? Is the pumps not great? Maybe that combined. So sometimes you have to combine all this. Are we still down a lot? Maybe it's just a different exchange I looked at. We're not down that much. Back to these range highs. I would upgrade this to green. I don't see any really cause for concern here. It's gone now. Did it again. All right, it's green. It took it on there for me. We're good. All right. So yeah, looks fine to me. Consolidating above the 21 week after a move up, just to bleed down here. You're still on the bullish side of the fence on RSI. You want this always above 50, right? You want your strength up here. I would guess almost every red coin that I've charted is below 50. Someone can check one of those, but I would guess most green charts, if not all, are above 50. There's definitely a rhyme and reason to that. We do have a little bit of a momentum drop here on the MACD. But, you know, Bitcoin got there too. Those can be fake outs. I wouldn't trust MACD a whole lot. Wouldn't put too much weight into MACD. Just kind of confirms everything else. Let's go to the monthly chart. Still looks great there. Look at the monthly bounce off the top of the Gaussian. Good sign. How about the 3-day? How about the 5-day? But you stick to one. All right. 3-day, right at the top of the Gaussian channel right now. EMA 34, previous range highs. This is a pretty significant level, I would say. Right, I would like to hold that. So I'll go put this into orange if it starts to close under 27 cents. All right. All right, next request. $88. Yeah, it doesn't look great, huh? Rejection off the 100-week EMA. Straight dive into the Gaussian channel. I mean, immediate dive down. Tried to hold for about a month at the median Gaussian channel. Break down, flip to resistance. Yeah, no bueno. All right, look at how that breaks there and then flips that median line to was support, flip to resistance. I mean, very quickly too. Now rejection down. The next target is the lower Gaussian channel at 58 cents. Range lows here, range lows here. I would guess we're headed somewhere in that area. But, you know, we're still trying to put in a higher low. Silver lining, platinum lining. Low, higher low. Just maybe we can do something like this. Come back up. But again, you're taking a risk because this is like the tar pits of trap, right? You could just stay down here for a long time. Go look at most red charts. They haven't done much. So that's the risk you take. Yeah, we're back down in here. Moving, the 100-week is still moving down. A lot of coins, all moving averages are moving up. So these are the warnings and the dinosaurs of this market, but they're seemingly like looking like that more and more. A lot of coins that were spectacular in 2021 are absolutely abysmal in 2024. I mean, here's our bull market start. We're kind of officially right here. I mean, we're down almost more than Matic, I think. Might have a new winner. So yeah, you've lost money in this entire bull run if you've just bought at the start of the bull run. This is no bueno. Most reds are like this, and this is another red. What's up, everyone? Thanks for tuning in. We're doing these streams weekdays, 3 p.m. for about an hour. You guessed it, we've been going for about an hour. Yeah, Bollinger Bands are very good. If there was only a handful of indicators I could use, Bollinger Bands would remain in my list. Now, what do you mean by accurate? That could be a couple different things. They're not really predictive, if that's what you're asking. No indicators are really predictive. But Bollinger Bands can lead you to a potential signs. They can be, I think, a better help at that than most things could be. Arweave. How do you spell it? Am I way off? That's it, right? Just AR? There we go. Good Lord. Brain shuts off. So many coins. Can't keep track of all of them. Can't remember how to spell AR. All All right, so we broke above the 786, which was previously the bear market highs, so that's a good sign. That's kind of short-lived though, but now we're back testing the 21 week. Still a good sign. Look at the hold here. Hold, hold, hold. This is a green chart for sure still until we close under. I would even go 31. Closing under 31, you could still argue that you're still at range, just flirting retesting range highs. We could even go really down here and still be okay. But that's where you start to potentially get trapped here. Here's the 618 at 2025, which we hit 3 weeks out of 6 here. Still a good sign. Higher highs, higher lows. Nothing to be too disappointed out here. Let's see what our move highs are. Yeah, that's great. So it's already well over what 12, 13x. Entry levels. The 21 week is always a good entry level on bullish, strong charts in a bull market. The 21 week. I mean, I've been saying this for years. Like, you buy at the 21 week, buy at the 21 week, you buy at the 21 week, and having orders in already at the 21 week tend to do very well, better than trying to time it, because you can kind of catch a wick if your order's already there. But thinking you're gonna just see volatility like this and then go to your favorite exchange and try to get your order filled probably doesn't work out well for you in the long run. Trust me. Having your orders open at the 21 week on your favorite coins is going to do very well. I mean, just look at this chart. Look how many times you could have gotten this back here. Look how many times you could have gotten here. Your price is at $47. Imagine having an order open at 21. You would love that, right? You'd be like, dang, I would love to buy some more of this at 21. That'll never happen. A month later, you got a fleeting moment to do it. And even though you got it again, it's like, look how rock star of a buy that would be after the majority of people probably bought it like 30 to 40, right? And again, you would still be in profit on this much volatility over the past several weeks. Your average would have been $21 on these buys, and now it's at 32. Are you really that worried? No, right? In a bull run, 21 week, that's where you buy. Dollar cost average at least. You gotta buy some here. If that's what you're into, whatever coin you're looking at. If it's in a strong uptrend, I can't also have it, you get to get that clear. Like, just because it's in a bull market, if it's a red chart or shit moving sideways, you don't necessarily want to be buying at the 21 week. You're buying powerful moves up that throw back to that, and they bounce way more than not. All right, RBN. That's a new one. Is this accurate? What am I looking at here? Did you spell that? Oh, why the hell is it way down here? Guess it's not a new one. That's the first time I've seen that, where I type in a coin and it's, did I spell it right? Maybe I spelled it wrong. It was like third down the list. Pretty odd. All right, RBN, a little bit of trouble here. Broke below the 21 week. There's our orange line. Now we have to flip this orange now, right? We gave it a shot. I think we probably looked at this a couple weeks ago, and it bounced back up here. And now it's closed back under the 21 week last week, and now back to lows we haven't seen, prices we haven't seen since February. Probably gonna have to take a dive to the orange side. 100 week is a pretty good spot to hold. Test the 100 right there. Resistance, flip to support. Try to get it back above it here. I would look to hold this. Otherwise, like, the top of the Gaussian is my next spot. And next week, that might be just above 50 cents. Yeah, that's a big move down. So $2. Down 65%. If it goes down to the top of the Gaussian, that'd be 75%. There are some coins down that much already. 100 week EMA, that's a pretty good spot to hold here. I think we got to hold our next, if it's not the Gaussian, I mean, you got these range highs right here. 56 cents, but that's probably going to be about at the top of the Gaussian, right? if it takes a couple more weeks to get down there, if we continue down. We could flip green again. There's our green level. Dollar, just above $1.07. So for now, though, it's off to Orange Land. All right. All right. Have a good time. Thanks for joining. Anytime you can just tune in for 5 minutes. Appreciate it. You can't stay the whole time. No worries. Sometimes I can't stay the whole time. Oh, SUI. Let's go look. Oh, look at that. Look at where it held back in October. Nice rally. 500% run. Now we're back again. Top of the Gaussian. Wick down to the top of the Gaussian on the weekly. 50 week EMA right here at 93 cents. We're holding right. Hopefully we're holding right here. Yeah, I would say if we're gonna hold the line and have a chance to, boom again, get a little trampoline bounce here, we got to hold here. The top of the Gaussian is 73. No, $1, right at $1. You can see the middle line here. Okay, so you got your median line, which is pretty important. Median line's first, then your top, then your bottom. Okay, so that's where we're at. So hopefully it's bottomed. There's a good sign. I think that was the question, right? Has it bottomed? Potentially. This is the bottom. It's got to hold, right? $1 is also psychological to the human brain, right? Bounce here, or otherwise the Gaussian channel is going to eat you here. Probably going to be like $1.05 next week. So between now and closing in 5.5 days, just over 5 days, we just got to bounce a little bit. Let's avoid closing in here. And we can get back above this channel. We can flip this to green, 125. For now, go orange here. So a little cautious right at this point. Alrighty, we've been going for just over an hour. Probably wrap it up there. Appreciate you tuning in. We're doing this again weekdays. Join us. Get your requests in. Then you can leave. No harm, no foul. Not asking you for anything else other than just tune in, hit the like button. Appreciate it. And I'll see you right back here tomorrow for Wednesday. Hopefully we have a little bit more green on the damn board. It's more fun doing live streams when everyone's happy. Or at least that's just me. Make me more happy. All right. We'll end it on happy thoughts. See you on the next one. Get your, I don't know, just bye.